My name is Dr. Alan Chufo. I'm an interventional cardiologist, or have been an interventional cardiologist for 35 years. What do you do with the guy who gets a TAVR and he's 60 and now he's 75 and has aortic stenosis? And what do you do to ameliorate that when you don't want to go to surgery? So that really grabbed my attention because I'm thinking, well, I'm in my 70s, but I'm planning on being pretty active for a long time. And with DASI and the way it was explained by the structural heart team, I felt confident that they knew with any reasonable doubt what the likelihood of an outcome would be with TAVR. So it helped me, and I think it also helped the surgeons and the cardiologists, because I have to say, up until the week of the procedure, there was a fair amount of controversy about risk-benefit. And I think DASI was a big piece of that decision being shifted more toward TAVR than surgical valve replacement.
When I trained in TAVR just 10 years ago, the way that we predicted and planned for these things was a lot of what we call predictive guessing. And so that looks like it may cause an issue. For sure, being prepared for those issues, but doing a lot of things to make the valve potentially work in that scenario instead of picking the best valve for that individual. We've incorporated DASI into almost all of our complex TAVRs. And so we're using better predictive modeling instead of predictive guessing. The modeling has gotten to the point where it can very, very accurately predict a lot of the main complications that we fear in TAVR.
You might ask, what's the impact of all this fancy technology from a patient's perspective? Even as a cardiologist, I couldn't interpret the DASI without somebody showing me what it meant, but it does tell me that somebody has taken an objective tool, applied it to me, my aortic valve annulus, nobody else's, and with that can come up with an objective answer of what the best approach would be. Anytime you can lower the risk of a procedure and predict the outcome, it's incumbent upon you to use that. And I think as the patient, knowing that's being done, and that's why this operator said this is the best thing for you, is very reassuring. Couldn't be more confident with all that information pooled together.